Yes.
Oh,
Good.
and we're back. So we're
Wait.
back because one of his subscribers requested that we talk about relationships, and well, she requested that he talk about it. I just here for more support because I figured that since he's in a relationship, he could speak to certain things. So I think this will be a good video, and um. Ray, you should start.
Well, I've been in a relationship for 7 years, and I've learned a couple of things in my relationship. I've learned how to communicate. I learned that not communicating can and will make things worse if you don't communicate, which I'm still working on that. But I've learned that me communicating is the number one key, the number one thing. Now she wanted me to talk about something with you guys. I'm gonna let her start me off, and then I'm gonna go from there.
Uh, you know, me and him been together since 15, 2K15. Y'all know that. We've had our ups and downs. We've gone through our stuff. Y'all know the stuff that we went through. Because we're very open and we're very open about what we go through. Now, we don't share everything on YouTube because, like, everything ain't y'all business. But there was a moment in time where we were separated for things that we never really talked about because we ended up getting back together, so we felt like it was no reason to really
No.
talk about it. But we were separated for a period of time, and in that period of time,
Yes. To get
he
the pub as
he
open.
he revealed something.
Yeah.
He revealed something to me while we were separated, because we were separated for about let's see. Yeah, we were separated for about a good 8 months. Felt like 8 years, but we were separated for about a good 8 months. And during that time that we were separated, we remained close even though we were separated because we've always lived by the ideology that we were friends before we were lovers. So we were still there for each other even though we wasn't together. So during this time that we were friends and not together, um, he
Oh,
revealed something to me that I had knew previously, but he didn't know that I knew it and all that. And
oh
even
yeah,
though,
and if any of y'all would like to come up for this video, you're more than welcome. Just tell me in the chat, and I will put it down in the comments. Just let
and
me know.
even though I knew what he was telling me, I felt like it wasn't my business to tell, so I just never said anything about it. But he he revealed to me that he was bisexual or whatever, and like I said, I knew this, but it wasn't my business to tell. Um, so here's my perspective on dating a bisexual guy. It doesn't really bother me. It didn't really surprise me or shock me. There was no like, oh my god, I can't believe it. There was none of that. He told me, I said okay, and we kept it moving with our friendship that we had developed over the time that we had separated. Um, People have talked about women being homophobic and that being the reason why guys are in the closet and yada yada and all that. I wanted to make it a safe space for him to say anything. I wanted it to be like where he could literally tell me anything, and he can. We wasn't together no way when he told me, so it wasn't no reason to get upset about something that I already knew. One and two, we wasn't together, so there was that. But now that we are together and we've been back together for nearly a year now, um, it hasn't really affected our relationship too much. I mean, I still love him the same. I'm still in love with him the same. It don't really bother me. Now, it is a it is a little bit like, okay, you can be that, but that doesn't give you a license to be reckless because you're that.
And I understand that.
Like, oh, I'm bi, so I can, whatever.
And was she, and by any means, does she mean, am I out here being reckless? Because I'm not. But
Um,
what she's saying is, am I, you know, I'm not really, I like it and everything, but what I got the gist of, I don't really, I feel like I'm okay over here.
and my thing is, I don't
Even
think,
though, even though I like it, but I just don't think that that's a place for me to be in. Like, I got my experience.
and here's my thing. I love him a lot. Like he's my heart. He means the world to me. And y'all know when I get on this camera and say stuff like that, I'm serious. I love him very much. He's my soulmate. I tell him that all the time. Now he don't like when I gush about him like this, but he just gonna have to deal with it today. Um, I love him so much, and it's just like nothing really bothers me in terms of him being what he is, because I knew that. I knew that years ago, and that's not a deal breaker for me, because I love the man already. Now I did say, hey, just cause you that don't mean you could just, you know, hurt me with your bisexualness. Like, oh, I'm not gonna hurt you with, women. Hurting somebody with a man is not okay either. Like, just don't make it better because it's a man. And like,
No. and that and y'all should check out our shy review
Yeah,
because
we
we
just
really
did that. We just did that. That one's a classic. Um that one's a good one.
yeah.
But I don't feel like my husband should hide who he is because I don't hide who he is now. Am I broadcasting that to people? Absolutely not. That's his business. When I say I don't hide who he is, that means I don't hide how I feel about him. I don't really, you know, and I feel like you gotta live your truth. You love your woman, and so that means something. You love me and I love you, so you shouldn't be ashamed of who you are. Like I try to get him out of the modes of shame and
Yes, because it's okay for, and I'm gonna just come out here and say it, Michelle, this for you. It's okay for a woman to say that she's gay. That's okay, but it's not okay for a man
but it's like you're not
because as
dating.
soon as you say, "Hey, I like men," that's a problem
Well, of course, dear.
because they look at it as you have the AIDS disease. Oh, that's the nasty man disease. When that is not the case. But I will say this though. You can't be going around here sleeping with every Dick and Tommy.
Well, this is what I would say. He, he's a good man to me, and that's all I can worry about. How he is to somebody else, how he treats somebody else, ain't really my business. As long as he treat me good and love me the way I deserve to be loved, that's all I'm concerned with. And I told him, I said, I'm a very understanding person.
A little bit too understanding, if you ask me.
Yeah, he has a problem grasping my level of understanding because when he told me that, and I just said okay, he couldn't believe it because he thought I was gonna say something else. I just said, all right, whatever, moving on. Because I'm in love with this man, and he's in love with me too. He says out of his own mouth. Now he has trouble expressing that love, but he does love me, and he is in love with me. He just has trouble expressing his feelings, which is nothing new to me because he's had that problem since we've been together. He's had trouble expressing how he feels in words and stuff. Like he has a problem doing that. He didn't necessarily get the tools to know how to do that. I'm very public with the way I display my love. Like we could be out and about, cause we do go out. We go to each other's cribs too, but we do go out. And when we do go out, I'm very affectionate towards him. Too
Well,
affectionate if you ask him in a public space. I'll be all over him, and he just be looking like he just looks so uncomfortable. Like he's not comfortable with public displays of affection, as where I am very comfortable with that. Like I have no problem whatsoever. If I want to hug, I want to kiss. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for what I know. Um,
Yes, she's very right about that.
like if I want to hug him or kiss him, I'm gonna do it. And he's very uncomfortable. He like, oh my god, we're in public, and I just be looking like, whatever. I'm not shy because I'm in love with him. I don't have a reason to be shy. Like I'm in love with this man very deeply and very strongly. So I don't have a problem expressing that. Social media is the same way. I post this man everywhere. Everything I have, whether that be Facebook, whether that be Instagram, whether that's Twitter, whether that's Snap.
She haven't posted me on Twitter.
Actually, I have, but
Um, we
I,
we gonna have to talk about that.
I
Um,
have. Like he's on my Instagram stories all the time, and
am I on your
sometimes
Instagram stories today?
I didn't post in my stories today. Not yet, anyway, because I've been putting out content all day. But I, I post him. I show him off in those ways as well. Like I don't have no shame for him. I'm not ducking down like, oh my god, I hope nobody see me with him.
I do. I do.
Like yes, he does. And
Hmm.
you and you can explain yours more. I'm gonna give you the floor and let you explain.
The reason why I do that is because I'm in a wheelchair. That's number one. Number two, I don't have that confidence like I once had it. Because I used to be confident. I never look down. I always look up. But now I look down, And it's because my last relationship, which I haven't got, which I didn't, I've never talked about. Have I?
Yeah, you have.
Like, have I went in deep though?
I mean, you haven't really said how it affected you, but you said what happened in the relationship, but you didn't say how it affected you moving forward.
Oh, okay. Going forward, I don't have that confidence about myself. Like I used to be like confident, not very cocky, but just confident. I got up, looked in the mirror, and said, "Dang, I look good every single day." Not cockiness. I was just like, "You look good." But now when I get in the mirror, it's just like, blah. Like even when I get my hair done, which I'm going to get it done on the 13th, um, I'll be looking in the. I like it, and I'll be excited that first day, but like the second day, I'll be like blah, and that's because I was dating a narcissist. And if you want to know more about narcissists, nar, nar, can you say the word for me?
If you want to know more about narcissist personality disorder, which is what is being a narcissist is a disorder. If you want to know more about that, go visit this guy named Harry Over the Top. He has some great information on narcissistic abuse and how to survive narcissistic abuse. Because trust me, it ain't easy surviving abuse from a narcissist. It's not easy surviving abuse from anybody, let alone a narcissist. Like,
That's true.
like abuse is just hard to survive, period. But when you survive it from a person that don't think they was wrong to begin with, that that's hard. Cause that's you don't have the accountability there
Right. That's super hard.
because you don't have the accountability from the other person to be like, yeah, I was wrong. With that, you're with a narcissist, you're not gonna get that. You're gonna be made to feel like what happened in the relationship was your fault, your doing, your it's gonna be all on you in the eyes of a narcissist. And recovering from that can take years. It's certainly not gonna be no quick bounce back.
Hmm. I haven't talked to or dated or had any interaction with my narcissist in 8 years.
And even though that is the case, it's still difficult.
Mm.
Even though it's been 8 years since he's been in his relationship with his narcissist, he's still recovering from. And it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle for him. Like like he said, when he out, his head is not held high like it used to be.
It's a real struggle. It's a real struggle. But yeah, but yeah, it's a struggle for me because of the woman who I was dating at the time, and I'm sorry that won't be happening again. But yeah, it's a struggle. Dating, it's a struggle. I walk around with my head held down. I don't even feel like attractive anymore. And that's that's messed up. Let's see if she got. See if she got. Let me see. But like I said,
Yeah, I had to mute my mic for a second, but I'm back like I love something, but
but it is.
he don't even feel attractive. He don't even understand why I love him. He don't even feel adequate as a man. He feels so inadequate. Like
It's just ridiculous.
he feels like
And if any of y'all got any requests for videos over here, you can always contact me on Instagram at Raphael Hardwick, all lowercase. It's the same spelling. RAPHEALHARDWICK. And if you got requests, send me some requests over there, or you can contact me on Facebook at Raphael Hardwick, capital R, capital H, and you will be able to find me. Um,
yeah. He just y'all can also tweet him at King Ralph '07 cause
yeah,
he cause he does. You know, he don't tweet a lot, but he does. If you're on Twitter, you can follow me at Twitter as well. I have a Twitter. I will let y'all know what my Twitter is. My Instagram is Queen Cutthroat, and my Facebook is my real name, which is Brittany Frederick on Facebook. So yeah, if y'all want to see more pictures of him, just go over to my Facebook because he all on there, child. Just on there.
yeah, but like I don't even know the person that I've turned into.
Like my baby be he be sad a lot. Like he be sad and stuff. He says that I uplift him, which that's what I want to do. Like he says he don't know what he would do without me sometimes. But um, it's just he has done a lot for me too. It's not just me doing things for him. He's helped me in ways that I didn't even think I could be helped. And there's this movie that we recently watched that, cause we do couple things. We watch movies and shows and stuff together, and we recently watched this movie about this guy that was in love with this other guy, but they were separated at the time. And the guy was talking to his auntie. Um,
Yeah.
Raphael is in love, but Raphael is in love. I don't doubt that. He told me that out of his own face. I don't doubt that he's in love, but he has trouble expressing it. As what I am more open with how I feel. Him, not so much. I have no trouble expressing to him how I feel. I have no trouble expressing to other people how I feel about him. I just don't have that issue because I'm so happy with him that I have no issue expressing how I feel. I'm like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm very affectionate towards him. And sometimes I feel like he gets smothered by it. He does
Very affectionate.
he doesn't he doesn't tell me that he gets smothered by it, but I do think sometimes it could be a little bit suffocating to him because I'm just when I tell y'all that I'm just constantly, I'm just loving on him so hard constantly, and he doesn't know how to take it all.
Yeah, just like we supposed to be going out to dinner.
Yeah, we going to dinner for his birthday. We doing a post birthday dinner. I'm taking him to get his favorite kind of pizza. Not just pizza, but his favorite kind of pizza. And then we gonna go to the river walk and stare at the water. Cause when the sun sets, it's 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 a beautiful setting. And we never been downtown in the city at night. So to be down there looking at the stars in the sky with the man I love is like that's that's dope. Like that's dope, man. I wanted to do something nice for his birthday because of what he went through last year on his birthday. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna take him and get him a nice meal." And he loves to be by water, y'all. Like when he by water, he is such at peace. So I felt like that would be a perfect thing.
And this pizza place must be right by the water.
Man, yeah, it's not too far from water. Like we gonna have a great time on the 22nd. We gonna do a video, probably not the next day, but the 24th we'll do a video, and we'll tell y'all all about the food, the fun, the conversation. Like he tell me all the time that he never met a woman this affectionate. Like
Not this affectionate. Just not like towards me.
like he just in awe of how affectionate I be towards him. Like he even have trouble like holding my hand in public, and it's just like, but it's okay. Like I want to be wrapped up in him, mind, body, soul. You know, and I understand his reservation. I get it, but I don't have no reservations when it comes to him. Like I want to be smothered in all of his love, and he doesn't understand comments like that. He was looking at me like, "Babe, you really want all that?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I love him." And the crazy part about us is that neither one of us expected to fall for each other. Like we wasn't looking for each other at all. Like I always tell the story about how it took my friend doing gymnastics for me to even talk to him because I was in a relationship when I met him. I was in a relationship with somebody else when I met him. And so my friend asked me to talk to Raphael, and as a favor to her, I decided to do so. And ever since I made the decision to do that, we've been inseparable ever since. Like he's the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning, and the last thing I think about before I go to sleep. Every morning I wake up and be like, "Good morning, babe," and I always send him a video expressing either some wisdom or expressing how how I feel about him. I do this every day. I never miss a morning of saying good morning to him. And sometimes he does it back. And sometimes I say good night too. I be like, good night, babe. And I'm a Virgo, y'all. We once we love, we all gas, no brakes. We go 141 miles an hour when we're in love. And we do that because it's hard to get us in love in the first place. So once we in love, it's a wrap. Like we don't care who like us, we don't care who got crushes on us, we don't care about none of that. We are in love when we in it. And we be deep in it. We be knee deep in it, honey. We be so deep in it we might drown, okay? Like he's my first priority. Before I do anything, I think about him before I do anything. I think about him. And I just want him to learn to embrace what he feels. Like I told him, if you in love with me, don't run from it, cause I don't run from the fact that I'm in love with you. So
But it's hard. It's not easy.
it's not easy for me either, but I'm doing it, and I'm happy that I'm doing it. Y'all, I will go on Facebook and write the longest post about him. I'm just that type of woman. Like that's who I am. Like when I'm in a relationship, you gonna see my man any way you can see him. You gonna see him if I got something to do with him. Cause I don't hide
Like,
no
and she went against her friend. The one that hooked us up, she went against her.
because of my friend, and I say friend very loosely because we was closer than that. We was family. That's my little cousin. Rest in peace to my cousin. But the issue with my cousin was, hey, bro, I respect your opinion about how you feel about him, cause he was doing some trash things at the time. I ain't gonna lie, ignoring me and all that because he was upset and all that stuff. Yeah, that is blocking people that don't bother you. Yeah, that is a little you doing the most. But at the same time, it's like, dang, bro. we got back together and we done got paid, bruh. Like, she didn't have to go over my head and talk to him about how she felt about it. Because she knew that was going to make things harder for me because of how he take things. And me and him already wasn't talking because we had already broke up. And then for her to go over my head and not even tell me that she was going to talk to him and just say a whole bunch of stuff, bruh, you made it worse. Because you don't know if I wanted to get back with him. You don't know that. Just because people break up don't mean they don't get back together.
Yeah.
And it's like, let me, have an opportunity to get back with him if I want to. Like, just because things is over for the moment, and the reason things ended is because I was overwhelmed emotionally, and I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do, so I had to take a little break. But it was harder for me to come back to him because of what she said, because he cares about people's opinion of him. And if it's not good, he's not gonna take it well. So, you know, we did get back together, of course. But I had to go against, somebody that was like blood to me. Like, forget friend. Like, that was like blood, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have no problem doing that because that's my cousin. Like, we have disagreed over things before and done stopped talking before. We've done all that before. And two, I loved him enough to do that because you just don't go over nobody's head. Now, had she told me she was gonna talk to you, I'd have told her.
Right,
I'd have
that's a
quit.
different thing. But she went over your head, and that's why I had the problem.
She went over my head. I had no idea that she was gonna write him this letter that she wrote. I didn't know.
And she was being real disrespectful in the video. I mean, on the post, she was like, "You making my friend look like she's stupid," and da 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 da.
And it's like I explained to my cousin, like, yeah, I understand that you felt like you was defending your friend, and I appreciate it. You know, I'm not mad at that, but I got it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to. I felt like she already knew that we wasn't together, and I felt like telling him how she felt about him after we already wasn't together was doing too much. That was doing too much. And we ended up getting back together, like I said, and we was fine, you know. And it's like, the situation with them really didn't, it never really got cleared up. I mean, me and my cousin got cool again, but him and her never really got cool no more. And then she passed away. So it was hard in that sense. Like, everybody that know me in real life, everybody know me off the internet, everybody that know me off of the internet and outside of the internet know how much I love my cousin. So that was hard, and it was hard for her because she had to lose to learn, hey, bro, you don't go over people's heads to do stuff. Because I could have not got him back over what you said. And if you want to see your friend happy, like, this is etiquette as a friend. I don't care how toxic your friend's man is. Unless that man is beating her, it's no reason for friends to get involved because you,
Right.
unless I'm being beat, snatched up, choked, y'all don't have to get involved because I'm not saying that verbal abuse and playing mind games and breaking up for no reason and coming back and breaking up for no reason and coming back ain't wrong. I'm not saying that's not wrong. But at the same time, it's like I'm gonna be with him. Don't make that hard for me because Raphael is he takes things differently. And so, depending on who say what, it's gonna make it harder for me to communicate with him because of what y'all saying.
Correct.
And I don't need nobody to be my mouthpiece. I'm 36 years old. I can be my own mouthpiece. Now, if I didn't want him anymore, that's different. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. And I don't have to
Right.
worry about how he's gonna take it because I don't want him anyway. But I
Right.
I still wanted him. That's why I had a problem with what my cousin did because even though we broke up for that period of time, I was very much still in love with him. And my cousin doing what she didn't help. That didn't help nothing. That didn't help nothing. Cause she didn't understand that I was still in love with him. I just got overwhelmed by some things that was going on personally, and I didn't know how to lean on him at that time. And then it was
Right.
like even my best friend who we're best friends and we've been best friends for the last 4 years. Even he thought that it was kind of weird that she introduced me to him. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's weird because she invited my best friend to a gathering at her house. The same thing that she invited me to at the same house. Man, she didn't know my best friend from apples. Apples, Apple Jacks, Adams. But she invited him to her house. Now, he didn't go because he felt like he was being set up. He didn't go because he felt weird. Like, you don't even really know me and you invite me to your house. And then you invite her, which you wanted me to meet her. He's just like,
Right.
the whole thing was weird. And we ended up being friends.
Right.
And that's all we ended up being. I don't know if she was trying to get us to be more than that. But once we figured that out, we like, no, we gonna be friends because we don't feel it. We don't feel it. Like, even though she might have felt it, like, oh, they might be good together. But me and him didn't. We was looking like, nah, that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe we on. Like,
Now, now Sean did hook us up. We got together, but that's because it was a more natural thing.
but and my best friend said this too. Like, he felt like it was a backdoor situation going on because soon she didn't like The minute she didn't like you no more, here come him. Like, oh, I know this guy, da da da. And it was the same thing when she didn't like Richard. Here come you. The minute she fell out with Richard, oh, I got to do. So we like, no, we not finna do that because we felt like it was being forced upon us to be something that we didn't want. We didn't want it. We didn't want
Yeah. Good.
it. We didn't want it.
Oh,
We we stayed friends because we didn't. That wasn't how we felt about each other. That wasn't how me and him felt about each other, and it just wasn't working. Like no, me and him felt friendly vibes. We did not feel uh
well, viewer, please thumbs up the video. Thank
we
you.
me and him didn't me and him felt like you may want that, you may be cheering for that, but you're not finna force us because he was just on you. My best friend was on her at first. He liked her, but because she had a man, she was trying to pass the buck over here. Like I can't take him, so here you go. And we looking like nah, that ain't the bar. We both felt like we was being set up. That's why we both didn't go. Cause we both felt like, hey man, we been set up.
You can't stand it.
And it's like and she like, oh y'all friends. And we like, yeah, we friends. We ain't on that. We didn't even know each other to be on them type of vibes. Like
But I think if you would have got to know him, you would have got, you would have
but
been with him.
But you can't. No, I don't move like that. You're not about to get to know somebody while you're in a relationship with somebody else. And he's not that guy, like I told you before. He's not that. He's not gonna let you be with. Because even if you end your relationship to be with him, he's still not gonna let you because he gonna look at you like, oh, you just got out of a relationship. You need to go sit down and heal from that. You're not about to just come over here. And when we were separated that one time, we talked about it. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, what if we was to like date or something, just hypothetically? I'm like, do you think we should date or whatever? And he was just like, no, that's not a good idea. And I just left it at that. Like, I just left it at that. And that was that. That was the end of it. Like, when I wasn't with you for a sec, and that's what he said. He like, you just got out of a relationship. You need to go sit down and heal. You don't need no. We're not doing that.
That's what I told her. I'm like,
That's
you need. I'm like, you need to go heal first.
that's what
Ju-
he.
And she was like, but Raphael, I don't want him. I said, it don't matter. Give yourself time to heal. Now, when you get healed up and you good and you want to pursue this further, then yeah, but you don't know. No, you're just saying all that stuff because you're on the rebound. I'm not on the rebound. But we can continue to talk, but you have to
And
not.
he even told me, my best friend told me, like, I don't care what your cousin, I don't know what she doing, but don't leave your man for me. I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude. I'm not gonna let you do it. Cause that's what she wants. That ain't what you want. And
So,
she
but
don't she
so let me ask you this. I'm asking for my own personal information. So before she gave you my number, she gave you his number.
no. I didn't meet him until after that thing happened with so after that thing happened with Brianna when I was in DC.
Oh,
I met him when I came back home from DC, and he's from over there. And she was upset about what happened with Brianna. And so then she started talking about this guy that she knew. Turns out she don't know him, but she told me she did. And he didn't want to talk to me because he didn't know me from apples. He didn't know me, and I didn't want to talk to him because I didn't know him from apples. And like I said, he liked her. He was trying to get on her, but she had to get him off of her because people started talking about who is this guy in your comment box and who is this guy that keep leaving all these comments and da 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 da. And ain't you supposed to be talking to David and yada yada yada. So when he started coming on to her, she passed him over here. And I was like, nah, bro, this not the vibe. Like, not we're friends. We're friends. We're definitely friends. But no, we didn't. There was no connection of that sort there. Even after she passed him over here, he was still trying to get on her. Even still, that didn't change him
yeah,
because he didn't want me like that because he wanted her. And he we're friends, and just because you friends with somebody don't mean that they'll be a good romantic partner for you. I've dated my friends before, and it never works out like it. Because when it goes left, you lose your friend and your man at the same time.
yeah, you know.
And it's like, no, we didn't feel it. Like we didn't feel that would be a good idea. And I told her that I wasn't going to do that. Like,
Yeah,
no, nah, I'm not gonna because when you liked Raphael, you wasn't trying to do this. You only trying to do this because you're upset about what happened with Brianna and whatever. And while I understand that, you this is not gonna happen like this. Like I'm not about to now Richard you could have did that too because I was sick of him anyway. So yeah, give me Raphael if you want to, because
right. But she didn't understand. Well, I don't understand still to this day, which is why you want to be with me.
I mean, the question is, it's not why do I want to. It's like it's not why do I want to. I'm I'm happy, bro. I don't have a reason.
Two people thumbs up the video,
I have
please.
no reason.
Thank you.
I have no reason to not be happy. And it's like, when I'm happy, I'm not moving on something I'm happy with. Like I'm not, I ain't the type of person that does that. I'm not caring. Now you want Zach now that he moved on to somebody else. Now you want to be with Zach all of a sudden. No, that ain't gonna be me.
Yeah. And
I'm
we
not
got, we
I'm
got,
not gonna be
I
in that.
can't wait until the next episode.
I'm not gonna be in that situation. Like you stay with your person and they grow into the person that you expect them to be. They grow into that because when you leave and they grow into that and you see them giving that to someone else, you see them giving what you could have had to someone else, that hurts. And I'm not the type to be in that type of situation.
Right.
That's why I'm saying like, no, we might. I'm like, yeah, he might be young and we might be going through some growing pains in the beginning, but I'm sticking it out because I'm not gonna be that girl that's like, dang, he with so and so now, he treating her like this, he doing this for her. Man, I really miss him. Da, 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 da. No, that ain't gonna be me. Cause Karen is sick that Zach moved on to somebody else. And I'm not gonna be the one or the two for that situation. And like I mean, then, oh, I thought you was looking for something, Dad. Why is Dad in the closet? Anyway, um, I'm sitting there like, nah, I'm gonna stick it out because that was wrong. Like the whole situation was wrong. Yes, I did get a best friend out of it. Yes, sure. But you don't do people like that. You don't backdoor people like that.
And that made me not like Sean even more.
Cause it's a pattern. Like when you didn't like, when she didn't like Richard, here came you. You know, but when she was cool with Richard, you couldn't imagine her doing nothing like that. But when she ended up not liking him no more, it's all of a sudden, whenever she don't like you no more, it's 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 the back door is wide open. I don't like it. I don't like how you're doing that. So
and that's and that's why I went off on her
I
because
don't like how you
she came into my life talking about some let's do business.
and it's like, and I granted when I met you I was with Richard. But hey, that situation was he wasn't even gonna notice that I was gone because he was doing his own thing anyway. But at the same time, it's like this dude didn't know me from apples, from grapefruits, from none of that. And he wasn't about to let her do it when he figured out that she was on there. He wasn't about to let her do that. He liked her even more after that. He was
Yeah.
he was because he knew that she tried to get rid of him on purpose. So he leaned into that and was commenting more things and saying more things. Just being petty on purpose. And like I said, yeah, I did get a best friend out of it. I did get that out of it, but the way you went about it was just, you know, I feel like instead of her writing you that thing, she could have just came to you while we were still together and just said, you know, you really do some harsh things to her, and she don't deserve you doing that to her. And as her friend, I don't appreciate it. Now she could have did that, but all that was just cause I think you would have respected that. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. That's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want my friend to do that either. You know, to be going through that either. But it was just the way she went about it that was like, nah. That's why I wasn't cool with it. Like, and he wasn't cool with it because he felt like it wasn't like you're not supposed to move like that. Like, I have no problem with you having a problem with the treatment of your friend. That's in the friend etiquette code. That's how it's supposed to be. You supposed to have a problem if your friend is being treated wrong. But you're not supposed to go about it like that.
Right.
That's not how you supposed to go about that. You're not supposed to, because if your friend still wants to be with that man, then you're gonna have egg on your face because now you done did all this just for him, just for them to end up with the person that you was trying to backdoor. And I don't like backdoors like that. Like I didn't even like how she introduced me to you, even though I'm glad she did.
What you
That's
mean?
I don't like how she did that because I was still in a thing. As trash as he was, I was still in that. Yeah, I was still in my situation with him. And if you know somebody in a relationship, you can't be introducing them to other people when you know they with people. Now, am I glad she introduced me to you? Yeah, but that wasn't just like with that other situation. That wasn't the way to go about it. Cause that wasn't the way to go about that situation. Now, it's water under the bridge because I end up, you know, getting a good man out the situation. But the way you go about it, that matters. Like you don't go about it like that. Like even though, the thing was, she was like, Richard ain't gonna care anyway. I'm like, he may not. That's beside the point though, and he didn't. But the point was, the relationship is the relationship anyway. Yeah. And he wasn't, and like he said in the early part of the video, he wasn't gonna let me be with him in that relationship. Like that just wasn't gonna happen. Have you ever seen this show called Noah's Ark? I know you've seen that before. Do you know what Noah's Ark is?
I do a little, but
And that show, they did a whole movie. They ended it with a movie. The movie was good, and it's like, you know, being handicapped And dating is a difficult thing. Is it possible? Yes. But people that walk make it seem like it's so easy to just date when you're in a wheelchair. And it's not that.
Uh,
The people that walk act like it's so easy to date when you're in a wheelchair.
uh,
Like people that walk act like it's so easy to just um date when you're like this. And it's not there. It's not there at all. And they don't have and they don't understand that they're speaking from their own perspective. They're not speaking from our perspective. And they're speaking from their own perspective. And sometimes I think people that are not in chairs try to force their ideologies on us. And you can't do that just like we can't force our ideologies on them. Like you can't do all that. That's not how that works. Like we all gotta have our own brains and all that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, babe, we've been on here for over an hour.
yes, we have.
We've been on here for over an hour. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we end the video? I'm gonna end the video. We gonna end the video before he nod out, cause I know that's coming. Cause I know him, and I don't want him to go to sleep on the camera. 'Cause that wouldn't be a good thing. Babe, you gonna end the video? Babe,
Yeah.
you gonna end the video? We've been on here for over an hour. Is there anything you want to say before we end the video?
Whoa, we've been on here for over an hour. Thank,
Yes.
thank y'all so much for coming over here, joining me and Jazz for
Oh,
the shy video and for this video. Listen, what I need y'all to do is give me a thumbs up,
come
subscribe, and
share, like, comment, all that. Leave us your opinions on what we said and what you think about what we said and all that.
uh,
So we gonna get off before before he nod out. We gonna get off the camera and
yeah, we'll talk to you guys, or
and the
y'all, or y'all will talk to me for some other reason. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on this video. Bye.
Bye bye.